I've got something really simple that you should be thinking about when you're at full draw to make your shot break much, much easier. It's a very simple principle that'll help make your shot much more automated and a lot more reliable under pressure. Finally back at it. I have time now to produce videos again, and I've got the studio just about set up. There's some things that I need to hang on the slat wall to make things a little bit more presentable, and some acoustic panels to make before I get back inside. So I'm taking the time that I do have available here to share with you this very simple principle of what you should be thinking about when you're at full draw that'll help take you away from the pressure of the shot itself, the actual execution part. Just basically taking your mind off of something that is a very critical part of the shot, the actual release, and putting it on something else that'll help make the release much cleaner and the shot break a lot easier. Before I do that really quick, I want to announce that the black tiller bolts, the black precision tiller bolts that is, are now available and they are in stock on my website, jkaminski.com. And I will be sending sets over to Lancaster here as well. They are carrying them too. So I do have links both to my website as well as Lancaster Archery Supply down there in case you're interested in the precision tiller bolts. So I'm going to use this arrow here as a simple tool to illustrate to you what to actually think about. This is something I learned from my coach, Keesick Lee. It's kind of like a Coach Lee-ism is what I would call it basically. And it's thinking about 3 different positions in the actual shot and letting the arrow itself show you how you should be thinking about it. If you're an archery coach out there, I would also encourage you to show your archers out there this too, because I think it really genuinely helps. I can't show you up here, so I'm going to get down on the ground and show you what I'm actually talking about here. Alright, so this is a really simple concept, and you can do this at any range with any arrow and any archer. Okay, so we're talking about 3 positions here. A position, B position, C position. A position's rest, B position is at full draw, C position is you have followed through, you have finished the shot, and your shot is done. Release happens somewhere between B and C, somewhere between coming to full draw and following through, right? So, if we have the concept of, I come to full draw, I'm at full draw and I have no concept of what follow through is right over here. And all I'm doing is pulling to try to make the release break, pulling to make the clicker click, pulling against my grips here, tabs here, whatever it may be. And I have no concept of follow through and the position it gets to. It will be different every single time when I come to full draw if I have no concept of what the proper follow through is. Say if the proper follow through is right here, this exact line, this is exactly how I want to follow through. If I have no concept of what that is, and I'm worried about actually making the shot break, I have no focus on the follow through, you can see how it varies every single time. But if you come to full draw, all you have to do is think just a little bit about what a good proper follow through feels like, the good proper follow through position, and just help it enough to just let it happen. Release happens somewhere between B and C again. So if you think of the concept, you come to full draw, you think of what the ideal follow through is, that gives it just a little bit of help, and then you let release happen somewhere in there, and you focus on only doing this. You come to full draw, just think of what C feels like, a good proper follow through, and you just let release happen somewhere therein, and your follow through is very, very consistent. Now, this is really, really important, and it's very, very helpful, especially under pressure, because it removes the importance of release. If you can almost remove release from your vocabulary and not think about that, and not to have any sort of importance on the actual release itself, just come to full draw and have all the importance on the actual good, proper follow through, and just let release happen. Release is no longer a step. If you can do that, it makes things so much easier, so much more automated, and a lot easier to manage under pressure. Now, when you are under pressure, things can get tough, and it can be very difficult to keep this thought in mind of the good, proper follow-through. Especially if you're a tournament archer and you're traveling all over the place, sleeping in a new bed with a new pillow or something like that, and you wake up and your neck is stiff, it's hard to let the release just be automated. But if you were to think about trying to, say, put guardrails on the actual guidance of your shot from B to C, you come to full draw, even though things aren't going very well, it can just have a different release and a different follow through, therefore a different result on the target. Or even if things are going bad, you can put guardrails on the actual shot itself and try to guide your follow through, try to fight your follow through as best as possible. and continue to fight to the ideal follow-through position, putting those guardrails on. Say if you're pulling, the shot's not going well, the bow shoulder's rising, you can feel it, but you can't quite let down. Instead of just letting the shot completely be different, you can feel that bow shoulder rising, do your best to manage it, and still make a good shot, still release somewhere from B to C, and hopefully have a much more consistent and much more repeatable follow-through. This concept is something that you can apply to all types of archery, from traditional to recurve to bare bow to compound, and doesn't matter at all. Just having that concept of not making the actual release being the primary focus, or the shot breaking, the actual breaking of the shot being the primary focus when you're at full draw. If you extend that focus past the shot breaking, past that critical moment of release, and extend it into maintaining and managing as best as possible that follow-through position, whether that be the hand against the neck, finger to shoulder, I don't care, whatever it is, maintain the pressure, keep pulling. You do that until you run out of the actual movement, the range of motion. This is my C position right here when I finish the shot, not when I let go. The shot does not end when I let go. C position is not when I let go. C position's when I follow through. Release happens somewhere between full draw and follow through, and it just is automated. The release should not be the primary focus. If you do this, it will really help make the shot much easier for you. It'll make archery much easier for you, and it'll allow you to kind of step away from the actual pressure of the situation, still maintain your composure, and execute good shots under pressure. So like I said, you can use this for all disciplines of archery, as well as all sorts of different skill levels, and implementing this as early as possible into your routine, especially if you're a youth archer or a new archer out there. I would do this sooner than later, and it will make a huge difference in the long run. If you're interested in learning more about this actual technique and a lot more in regards to form and technique about archery, I'll have a link in the description below where you can grab Total Archery either through my website or to Lancaster Archery Supply. It helps break down the actual shot process that I use, the NTS system or the KSL shot cycle, and a very well detailed manual on how to actually shoot archery according to my coach, Kiesik Lee. Hey, if you like this video, consider sharing it. Genuinely, that helps this channel grow. I don't operate any other social media, and I rely on you to help spread the word about the channel. I produce all this content for free for archers around the world to enjoy, so please consider supporting this channel. There's many different links in the description below. Can't thank my supporters enough. Without you, I wouldn't be able to produce this content, at least not to this level. So thanks.